I'm Jared, and I'm going to teach you how to finger flip today. Alright, what's up guys? So, as I said, my name is Jared, and I'm going to teach you how to do a finger flip today. So what is a finger flip? A finger flip is basically when you're on the board, on the ground, on your tail like this, you grab it from the front, and that was such a stupid idea, but you get the idea. You grab the board like this, and you flip it, and you come back down. This is what it looks like. Oh my god. You see me? Jeez, it's a skateboard video. I should probably have my skateboard in my hands. What's awesome about this trick is that it's actually a pretty beginner trick. You don't have to know how to ollie to do it. So this is just something that you can do to get comfortable on your board also. To get comfortable with the motion of like flipping it under your feet and having to land back on it. That's a really big part of skateboarding and doing tricks and progressing in the future. So it's actually a really good trick to practice getting comfortable on your board with also. Yeah, so with that said, I'm just going to give you some tips on your foot placement, where you want your hand to be on the board, just what it should look like when you're setting up for it.
Alright, so when you're setting up for this trick, you want your back foot to be on the tail, probably about 75%. You want a little bit hanging off and on the ground so that you have some traction, so that you don't slide when you jump. You want your front foot about halfway up the board and slightly turned in position ready to jump. You also want your hand to be right on the corner of the nose. And when you jump, it's extremely important that you go straight down and come straight back up. Make it a point to keep your shoulders completely straight above the board and try not to lean forward or back. Just bend straight down and jump straight back up. And when you're learning this trick, most likely what you're seeing right now is going to happen for sure. Either your back foot's gonna fall off like that, or you're gonna land on the board and you're gonna just lean backwards. It's gonna happen until you get used to the balance of it, so try not to get too discouraged. Like I said too, right there, your back foot is gonna just want to come off all the time. And the reason that happens is fear. It's because you're not completely committing to the trick. So once you get more and more comfortable with it, you're not going to be afraid and your foot isn't going to want to come off like that. Oh, and make sure your shoes are tied too. That's pretty important, I guess. Once you figure the balance out, a lot more of your attempts are going to look like that. You're going to start to finally land on the board, and then you know you're getting closer. Another key to this trick is flipping the board at the top of your jump. And then finally, and there you go. It takes time, but you will land one.
Something else I definitely recommend is that you're comfortable with riding. Just pushing around and overall just being comfortable on your board is really all you need. You don't need to know how to ollie to do this trick, which is awesome. So it's a really fun trick, and it will get you, like as I said, it'll get you comfortable with doing tricks in the first place and what it will feel like when the board is flipping under your feet. So yeah, I definitely recommend just being comfortable with riding around, pushing, stopping, kick turning, all that stuff. And then you should be good to go. Something I definitely want to say too is don't be afraid of falling, because it's definitely going to happen. It's part of skateboarding. So, and if you're with friends and stuff and you fall, as long as you don't get seriously hurt, it's actually pretty funny. Like this. Yo! What do I need to like? Another thing I recommend is that you're on, let me see here, give me a second. Another thing that I recommend is that you're on flat ground, so that, you know, when you're on your tail, you're not rolling around. So that when you do land on the board, it's not going to shoot out from under you. You just want to be on flat ground, find a flat level surface, just to give yourself a nice area to practice in. Wow, graceful. Alright, well I hope that video was helpful for you guys. Just a couple things, definitely don't give up, because it's going to take a while. Just like any trick or just like anything. The more you do it, the more you practice, the easier it'll get, and the more you'll understand it. So definitely keep practicing, don't give up, don't get discouraged, because I promise you, you will land it. And when you do, it's going to be the best feeling ever, because it always is. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope this video helped, and I will see you next time.